1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our...
Hey, fam. I'm your host, Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another episode of Eagles Talk, the #1 Facebook show, Eagles coverage show out there by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Now, before we get into anything, and we have a lot to talk about, let's talk about what you can do. First, you can share this show. And let me get my stuff up here. You can share this show. Let me get that. Right. There you go. You can share this show. Share it to your Facebook page. Share it to your favorite Eagles group. Even share it on your other social media sites. Now, second, if you're not following Eagles Talk, our Eagles Talk page, make sure you go to our page and like and follow our Facebook page. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at Eagles Talk and on Twitter at Eagles Talk 3. That's the number 3. Now, third, I mentioned this before, and this is what we're doing this summer. We're trying to increase our subscriptions on our YouTube channel. So please head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel, Eagles Talk. Now that that's all out the way, let's talk about our Eagles. Oh, wait, excuse me. I mean, our Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Well, our boy Howie has done it again. Now, I had to mention that we're Super Bowl champs because it seems like the honeymoon is over. And I say that because Howie Roseman has let us know this by getting back to the business of football this week. And he did that by making a blockbuster trade and acquiring defensive end Michael Bennett and a 7th-round draft pick from the Seattle Seahawks in exchange for a wide receiver, Marcus Johnson, and a 5th-round pick. Now, to say Howie is a genius it seems nowadays to be an understatement. To say that he's a genius magician would be more accurate. But I'm saying that Howie Roseman is a freaking sorcerer. I say sorcerer because a sorcerer sounds more dubious. It sounds a little darker than just a happy-go-lucky magician. And Howie seems almost criminal in the way he pulls off some of these moves. So without further delay, let me bring on my co-host so we can talk about this and all things Eagles. And that's the Sandlin boys, Patrick and Shelman Sandlin. Hey, guys, what's going on? You should be right there. There you are. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, nothing much,
what's up,
man.
What's up? You hear me clear?
Yeah, we can hear you clear and we can see you clear. And that's only because you have gone over your brother's house and joined him. Yes. Excuse me. All right. So you guys heard what's going on, man. I'm gonna let Pat, do you want to get into your story, or you want to go a little farther?
I want to go a little farther on,
okay, all right, we'll go a little farther on.
I'm looking at the screen now. Show's taking a lot of the screen, and
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. Let me get it. All right. I forgot. My bad. There you guys go. I forgot when you guys are in the same place, it's almost like the time-space continuum. You can't occupy the same space at the same time, or the whole world will go into a wormhole or something. All right, so I'm gonna have to make sure I do a wide shot when I get you guys on there. We already got comments, but we got to get down to it. All right, come on, let's hurry up and get down to it. Y'all know what time it is. Everybody out there, anybody new to the show, this is Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. It's for you guys, and we cover the Eagles in a very relaxed state, a very relaxed atmosphere. We include you guys in the comments. I see you guys commenting already. But first things first, business as usual. What's that? What's that on the screen, guys?
The shots.
You know what it is. Shots. It's time for our shots. So everybody announce what they'll be drinking. I still have my Blantons.
You got your Blantons? Well, I want a little dark skin myself today. And,
all
right. I'm falling off the wagon just for this one day, and I got some Crown Royal.
All right, so Crown Royal.
Yeah, I'll be partaking in the same thing. I figured since my brother was going to drink Crown Royal, I wouldn't let him drink by itself, so I'll drink the same thing.
Okay, all right, that's good. While you guys pour your beverage of choice, I will do the likewise and go to a couple comments. What's up, people out there? Miles says, "What's up, guys?" Who else? Jacinta, I haven't seen you in a while. How he's been getting people for 5-piece nugget and a small That is right, man. I'm telling you, how he be. I don't know what he's doing with these.
Howie must have hung with Joey Molina on them because he be saying, he's like, look, we're gonna do this my way, man.
All right, okay.
I'm gonna give you an offer you cannot refuse.
There's Ruth Ann Hager. What's up, guy? Hi, Ruth Ann, I gotta. Before I get out of here, I gotta display the gifts that you sent me: Eagles pillow and the Eagles scarf. If you saw my Facebook page, you've already seen them modeled by my lovely little princess Daria. But I'm going to show them on camera live as soon as I get these guys to talk, and I'll tip off and go get it. All right, Wayne Anthony. Hey, Eagles fan, what's up, Wayne? What's going on out there? Gwendolyn, Howie is a genius. He's not a genius, Gwen. He's a sorcerer. He's not, something's wrong with him. He's like Harry Potter in them. What's good, Thomas? What's going on? Norma, put them shots away. I'm drinking water and lemon.
That was me last week.
All right. At work, shots of Stoli later for him. Okay, all right. So let's get this. Let's get these first quarter shots out the way so we can get into.
I want to say to brother Greg Tillery, we made it through the snow. He couldn't drive his little Charger, so I had to make it through the snow for him.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
All that money, and I can't drive in the snow.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, bang. So there you go.
That's refreshing.
All right, so first quarter, we're going to talk about the Eagles acquire defensive end Michael Bennett. I'll start with you, Pat. How do you feel about this deal? Is it a good one? What's your grade? And while you do that, I'm gonna sneak off and get this stuff. So, all right, you go ahead and answer that.
Well, I believe I would grade this an A. For the simple fact you're getting a value off a draft pick and off an undrafted wide receiver Marcus Johnson, who actually contributed on special teams, but for the rest of the season was inactive. I believe we got a steal in this trade, and Michael Bennett is still in the prime of his career. Last year he just had 8.5 sacks, 8.5 sacks. So he's been a Pro Bowl player, been a Pro Bowl caliber player for the better mid of the past 4 years, and I don't think that's his production's going to fall off. Him with Fletcher Cox, Timmy Jernigan, and Brandon Graham on the other end. I mean, that's a nightmare for some of these quarterbacks in the NFC East and NFC to see these guys just come with new pass rushers. I love the move. How about you, Shel?
I also give it an A. Not only was he able to acquire a top-notch defensive end, but we acquired him for really not that much of a loss. We gave up a 5th round for a 7th round, and we got a quality player that's going to be productive going forward. This is someone that is big enough and strong enough to play the defensive tackle or play a 3 technique. He can also play outside as a regular rush in, and he has the speed to play in wide 9.
Yeah.
He also you've seen him with Seattle. He also has the speed to drop into coverage and pick the ball off when necessary. So I think it's definitely an A, and this is somebody that's going to contribute. One of the things our defensive line coach does is he rotates the guys in there.
Mm-hmm.
So with the high rotation of the defensive line in the 4th quarter, you're not only going to probably see him fresh, but you're going to see Cox and Tim Jernigan fresh also. So we're going to be giving cats fits in our conference going forward.
Listen, man, you still got Chris Paul come off the end too.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nasty.
So it's going to be pretty good. It's a good upgrade. Like what Wayne Thompson said, it's sad to see Curry go. He's a hometown boy. hometown raised here, raised in Jersey with the Marshall. He played very well for us. This year, he actually played better on the run defense side, but his stats as far as getting at the passer doesn't live up to what the contract that he's making.
Yeah.
And I believe that how he saw that move and decided, let me pull the trigger if Vinny Curry doesn't want to, renegotiate his contract.
Yeah.
For a lower cap number, because right now he's making about $9 million towards the cap, and we're strapped for cash.
Well, we're not really strapped. I think it was April 14th. We would get all that extra TV money, something like the cap goes up like $10.4 million.
We're still strapped for cash. I mean, the league year starts very shortly, and the new salary cap jumps from 168, I believe, to 177.
Yeah, it jumps up like $10
but we're still about $9 million, between $9 and $4 million above that with our salaries. And this moves basically just frees up some space. It gives you the opportunity to make these difficult decisions that Howie will have to make, trading some of these players, letting some of these players go. I mean, Michael Jenkins said the best in the NFC Championship game, man. Go out there and leave it all on the field, because this is the last time this team's
going to play together.
Be together on this field as it is.
Now we can go get Saquon Barkley.
All right, I think that he waited not 5 minutes into the show before. We're gonna have to cut him off. No more shots.
I'm taking his mic off.
Cutting him off early. All right, look, here's some comments right here. Your brother, here's the third Sandlin boy right here. Paris says, I think the Eagles got him to prepare for Elliott in Dallas and the possibility of Barkley going to the Giants. I don't know if Barkley makes it past the Browns, actually. But
no,
it is the Browns.
The Browns are getting the quarterback. They're getting a quarterback from Wyoming. They're going to get.
Listen, you know what? This year's draft, and I watched Scouting Combine. Sam Donald didn't throw, but you don't have to see him throw in the combine to understand that.
Josh Allen is who
he has a strong arm. Josh Allen has a Ben Roethlisberger arm.
He's got a cannon.
Throw the ball from
6'4". But 238, he ran up.
You know what? The best quarterback I actually saw in the combine was Baker Mayfield. He threw with some zip on the ball, some anticipation, and he's been doing it. He's been doing it for years.
For me, it took him a while to get warmed up. Once he warmed up, he looked all right.
You didn't see enough games.
I saw enough. He beat us. He beat Ohio State.
I know he did.
Yeah, I saw enough games. But like I said, I think Josh Allen, he really spins that ball.
Yeah, he does.
For me.
But you know what? Again, he had a down year. Because if you went into draft last year, you might have been number 1 pick overall. This year, he's not going to be the number 1 overall. Listen, the best person on that field during the combine was Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley.
Period. Yeah. Hands down.
Right. Here's an interesting question by Kyle O'Brien. I know we love the look of that D-line now, but do you think Bennett could be a pawn for a bigger trade? What do you guys think? You think they might have got him?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Because Shell is talking about his,
a Barkley fan,
about his crazy Barkley stuff. So I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know. You
never know what.
You always make moves, and y'all be like, "Dang, Shell, how'd you know that?"
You know what? This is the perfect time to let you know how the genes of Howie Roseman has taken place. Can I tell the people right now?
All right, go ahead. Tell the people.
All right, so Howie Roseman, his first draft that he actually was more or less a part of was 2012 with Andy Reid, before Andy Reid last season. And in that draft, they were able to draft with the first selection Fletcher Cox. The second round, they had 2 draft picks.
Okay.
Michael Kendrick was the second. Vinny Curry was the third.
Okay.
In the third round, they drafted Nick Foles. In the fourth round, they drafted Brandon Boykin. Now, the first 4 guys I said was very crucial to us winning the Super Bowl this year, and very crucial to how the team worked this year. You're probably saying Brandon Boykin, the quarterback corner from Georgia, he's not on his team no more. You're right. He was traded in 2015 to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 2016 fifth-round draft pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
We end up turning that 2016 fifth-round draft pick to who? Big V.
All right. Okay. All right. So,
You know,
in essence, what you're saying is,
listen,
time,
he plays chess.
right?
He
Time
plays chess.
has come back to prove that even in previous years when when some of his draft choices were questionable, that when you look at them, those choices years down the line, they have paid dividends. That's what you're saying. Now we're seeing a more quicker turnaround in the last couple of years with the way he turned the roster over so quickly and developed and turned it into a Super Bowl team. So we've seen his more recent moves pay dividends a lot quicker. But it's also encouraging to know, and I especially for Howie, to feel redeemed that when they were questioning a lot of his early draft picks early on, that years later and after a Super Bowl win, you can look back and see that these draft picks actually did pay dividends, and he actually did know what he was doing, even though I think this Howie Roseman 2.0 is a lot better than the first version. But I give credit where credit is due. Howie's done a great job, and he continues to do that. Let me go to some comments. Marcus Jones, Memphis is in the house. All right. I say we go get Richard Sherman, bruh. Thanks for watching from down in Memphis. He wants us to go get I didn't put the comment up there. I'm sorry. There you go, Marcus. He's continuing to do things that take us to the next level, man. This is going to be some tough decisions that's going to be made. Yeah. Curry is gone. Hate to see him go. Well, no, not really, because he hasn't gotten released. But come on, I mean, the writing's on the wall. I'll be surprised if we kept him after getting a Michael Bennett. We got a better player at a cheaper cost. Unless he just goes and takes that. And he would have to take a bargain basement price. It's only two options. You take a pay cut, because I don't think that the Eagles can trade him, because nobody's going to touch him now. Why am I going to give up something when I know you can't afford him? So they lost leverage on that by signing Bennett. And
you never know with Howie. Like, you never know with Howie. Howie might have something up his sleeve with a team that say, you know what, if you give us this draft pick and Vinny Curry, we take him off your back and we'll give you such and such. He just did it. We didn't expect this, you know.
All right, well, if he can do that, then more power to him. I don't see it happening. But all right, Leo Hoffman, do you think our biggest need is linebacker? I think stud linebacker could turn a top 10 D into the best D in the NFL. I do think our biggest need is linebacker, especially with the talk. And nothing's happened. We still got about 8 days before the new league season starts and free agency and all that. But with the talk that we may be losing Nigel Bradham, I think that we were kind of thin before that talk came up, and if we actually do lose him, yes, we're even going to be more thin. So yes, I think linebacker is one of our biggest holes now, biggest needs now in this offseason.
I would love to get like Raquan Smith from Georgia. He's a monster.
Yeah, he's a pretty good linebacker, but the linebacker that I think was outperformed a lot of people was actually the kid from Boise State. He was I'm gonna butcher his name. It's like all right, I'm gonna try to say his name.
All right, go ahead, give it a tip. Leighton
Vander Schotch.
All right, Leighton Vander
Schotch. All right, he's 6'4", about 255. He actually looks exactly like a clone of Luke Kuechly from Carolina.
He
ran a 4.6.
That's saying a lot.
He ran a 4.6, so he's not tremendously slow as a linebacker, but he's not also fast as a linebacker. But he can still play in the middle and create plays for you.
I got a question for you.
All right, hold on. All right, let me just go to this question right quick, and I'll let you know. Nick says, do you think the Eagles target a wide receiver in free agency or stick with Hollins and let him step up? Well, Nick, I'll answer this, and I'll give the guys a chance to chime in. They just signed Mac Hollins, college wide receiver coach, as the new wide receivers coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. So if we read anything into that, maybe they are going to allow Hollins to have a bigger role this year. Now, does it mean that we're not going to target a wide receiver? I wouldn't say that. Allen Robinson is out there. I like him. I don't know if we can afford him.
Yeah, I don't think we could afford any of these free agent wide receivers unless it's a low tier receiver, which I think we might go after for a camp body. I think more or less we might target a wide receiver in the draft. Because we're actually pretty stocked at wide receiver, believe it or not. Besides Torrey Smith, you still got some of these guys that's coming off the prep squad that's going to be contributors for us next year.
All right, I'm afraid to bring up Talib's comment because it's just going to set. But I'll let Selman answer this one. Let let Selman answer this. Hold on, Sel. Why are you tagging people? Why are you tagging me in the middle of the show now?
Because you know he's about to talk about this major trade, so he just don't want to draft.
Right. Do you think the Eagles will go after Sue? See, Talib was not here last week when he had all that crazy Sue talk.
All right. Before what happened the last couple of days, I was going to say yes because Sue wasn't demanding that much money.
Right.
I don't see them going after Sue after this. And Ndamukong Suh, his quotes were, "I would play for the Eagles even if I had to play for them for free because I know they're a team that's going back to the championship." And we're going to get a lot of that now. We won a championship, so a lot of teams. Philly's a good place to play at because I mean, throughout the league, everybody knows that Philly Eagles fans love the Eagles. So you're going to get instead of playing somewhere where guys like the guys in San Diego, when they were in San Diego, guys don't even come to the game to watch the players play. That's not happening here in Philadelphia.
All right.
So you got somebody that basically wanted to play here for no money, but just wanted the opportunity to get a ring. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Let me take a minute out and just give a shout out to Ruth Ann, who has sent me this. I ran up and got this real quick.
Jones is that right now.
Look at this beautiful pillow that she made, handmade Eagles pillow that she sent me. And where is? Oh darn! Did I drop? Oh, hold on. I must have. Is it over here? No, I dropped the scarf. Oh my goodness, suit. Ruth Ann, I don't know what I did with the scarf. What I did with the scarf? Oh, here it is. Beautiful scarf here too. Same material. I gave this one's a little short for me, so I let my daughter. It's only this long, so I let my daughter wear the scarf. But this is beautiful. We thank Ruth Ann Hager for sending me that. I appreciate that. She's such a doll. And I have to give another shout out, and then we're going to get right back to this. But this is a guy, an artist, who did this. And I posted on the page, but here it is in real life. He hand painted this, and he gets it put on the joint. But here it is.
That's hot. Yeah, that's hot.
Can you see that?
Yeah, that's hot.
With the Super Bowl,
Orlando
Hillman, Hearts Art. Make sure you check them out. Beautiful designs. All right, so here we go. Let's get back into it. Second quarter. We are in the second quarter now, guys.
All right.
Second quarter. Get your shots ready. And I got a topic for you guys. I got a question for everybody out there too. You guys can answer that. All right, so I'm going back to the Blantons. All right.
Hey man, don't be spilling my drink, man.
All right, here we go. All right, so second quarter. Let's do it. Bang. 1, 2, 3. Boom.
To Vinny Curry. Cousin Vinny.
Cousin Vinny. All right, second quarter. Here's the question. Should the Eagles trade a DB?
No.
We're rich in that area now. We have abundance of talent back there. Should we use one of those to accumulate one of those picks from the rounds we don't have a pick? Second round, I don't know if we have a cornerback that's going to yield us a second round pick. But a third round pick is within reason. Should we leverage one of our DBs, our young cornerbacks there and get a 3rd round pick. I mean, that's one way to go. I mean, we're rich back there now. We have abundance. We have Ron Darby. We have Sidney Jones coming back. Jalen Mills, who's played out his mind. Patrick Robinson, he's a potential free agent, but he's getting re-signing him is a possibility. He was one of the top rated cornerbacks in the league this year, and definitely has to be the top rated nickel cornerback, which is very valuable in today's NFL with as much passing that goes on. Nickel cornerbacks are just as valuable as starting cornerbacks on the outside. So we have Patrick Robinson, not that we can yield anything from him because he's a free agent, but who else is there? Oh, Rasul Douglas, who has played significant time while Ron Darby was out and showed that he has a lot of potential. One of these guys can bring us back a 3rd round pick. What do you guys say about moving one of our DBs and getting a 3rd round pick?
I know he has his hand up, but before he answers, hold that thought. All right, hold that thought. Listen,
Vernon Morris agrees with me. He says yes. He says yes, we should.
Listen, wait, before we go and tap on that, we get rid of one of these D-backs. I understand we have a stable of corners that we can use, and especially we bring back Patrick Robinson. But at the same time, you're not going to bring in a rookie into the system and be as successful as these guys were this year. Rasul Douglas did outstanding. Actually, I believe the defense played better when Rasul Douglas was in there during Darby's absence. Darby got better in the playoffs, but I think Rasul was better overall. And that's just to think about that is that Darby has a whole year now to get under the system to learn how to be the actual corner in the system, because it took Jalen Mills a whole year. His first year, you know what, we were saying get rid of him. This year, you know what, all right, you played good enough to stay where you at. You know, you don't get rid of your strong guys, especially if they're not costing you any money. If they're not costing you any money, you don't get rid of them. And I believe that's something that we've been dying for a very long time, to have some corners that we could go to, some backup corners, a nickel corner. We never really had that. We tried it with DRC. We tried it with Fletcher. We tried it with Asante Samuel. Even though he was pretty good, he didn't want to tackle. Like, listen, we got guys that actually plays in the scheme, that tackles, that can cover. No. No.
All right, well, Burton Moore says keeps Rasul and Jones as starting DBs, and I guess he one of the people that he would, and you can correct me, Burton, if I'm wrong, but you'd be willing to move Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby probably would bring back a 3rd. He could bring back a 3rd.
I don't know. I don't think anybody would give up a 3rd for him right now, because they saw how he fell off and how that injury really affected him. But Shell, I know you had your hand up. You know you had something to say. So all right,
go ahead, Shell. We got another question out there.
All right, I was saying.
Go ahead, Shell.
Out of all of these guys, I think Patrick Robinson is expendable. I think he would net the most getting back if we were able to trade him for a draft pick, or maybe possibly for another player. Also, something to think about. A Sherman is
So here we go again. All right, now let me shut down right now.
I won't shut him down. I won't shut him down. I won't shut him down. All right. Why can't I finish my thought? Why can't I finish my thought?
All right, let him finish his thought.
Can I finish my thought, please?
Let him finish
Thank
his
you.
thought.
Dang.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. We got to start. All right, go ahead, Phil.
I think Sherman's going to be available from Seattle. He's coming off an injury. So, I mean, his stock has fallen down, but here's an individual that can still play at a Pro Bowl level once he's healthy. Why not take an opportunity to get this guy? You know what I mean? And to slide somebody else over in the slot now. You got you got Darby and him at your corners.
Hold on. Stacy has a comment. You guys should be taking shots in the 52 champion Eagle glasses. You're right.
I ordered. I'm waiting.
Right. We waiting for him to come. No. All right, getting back to Shell, and let me set Shell down. First of all, Patrick Robinson has no trade value. He's a free agent. Nobody's going to trade for somebody
Exactly.
if they could just give them the money. They don't have to give up anything. So number two, it amazes me that you said he's expendable. He was the best cornerback rated that we have on our roster. If you look at the stats, he was our best corner. And you tell me we don't need him? Who's going to play the slot as well as he did? If not for that interception return for a touchdown, who knows how the momentum of that?
He changed the whole outlook of that game.
Momentum of that game.
Well, I'm sorry, Chris Long did that too. Chris Long did half of that.
He did half of that. Yeah, but his tenacity, his determination of getting that ball in the end zone, because he could have fell down. All right, I got the interception. Let me turn it over, give it to the offense. But no, he was determined to punch that in the zone, and he did so. So he is a valuable part of that secondary, and I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it.
It sounds like y'all mostly attached to this guy.
Listen,
no, not mostly attached. We are statistically attached to him. We are statistically attached to him.
No. To go back onto the comment of, we should get rid. No, listen. Jim Schwartz did become much smarter as a coordinator with the guys that he has, because you have a corner that's 6'2" that can match up against your bigger receivers. You got a corner that's 6 foot that can match up with the intermediate receivers. You got another one that loves the smaller receivers. You got a corner to match up against each and every single receiver there is. We didn't do it in the Super Bowl, but we did it enough to win the game. Now, Richard Sherman is coming off Achilles injury. Sidney Jones is a younger kid that just came off the same injury. I'm not getting an older guy that is coming off the same injury as a newer guy that actually can play. No, that makes no sense. I understand Richard Sherman is a Pro Bowl corner, but Achilles injury and an older player, he may have to move to safety.
All right, let me interrupt you guys just for a second. I didn't put this out there a little earlier, but last week I talked about this, and I'm just putting up the link. If you guys want to join us on air and sit in one of those little screens out there, we got room for you. We have other screens out there.
Not over here, not in this one.
Not in that one, but I have other screens. All you have to do is get the BeLive.tv app on your phone or your computer and click on this link here that I just posted in the comments. And once you do that, you click on that, it'll take you right to the app, and it'll give you an option to join the show as a guest. You click that option, and then it asks for permission to sign into your Facebook account. You do that, and pow, I'll see you on my console panel here, and I'll add you right into the show, and you can comment live with us on air. I meant to put that out a little earlier. Christopher Burton was thinking about doing that today. I guess he's not home from work yet. And Danny Ritchie said he was going to do that also. So anyway.
One more thing before you come on, make sure we have something, a background.
Make sure you can be seen first of all. Yeah, don't come to us in the dark.
We're gonna do this one right here.
Yeah, don't come to us in the dark. And no. I don't hold them to the same standards as I hold you guys to. You guys are co-hosts. These guys are guests. If they come to me in the train station, it's acceptable for them. You know what I'm saying? But it's not.
I'm trying to come to you in the train station.
It's not acceptable for you guys to come to us in the train station or with no light behind you. All right, let me go to some comments. Tina Holden, what's up, Tina? You've been just
what up, Tina?
Today. Alex Kerr, keep Brandon Graham. Hopefully, we can do that. Nafis Turner, Mills, Jones, Darby, and Douglas. We're good. You're right, Mills. Yeah, you're right.
I actually like the quarter from LSU, Dante Jackson. He ran a 4.32, and he got swag. I'm sorry, you look good out there on the combine, man.
All right, Brian Carroll, last three big name free agent corners we got did not play well. I agree with you there. Well, but this, unlike those years, this year we're not in the market for a cornerback, so that should not happen this offseason. So Michael Robinson, what's up, cuz? Awesome. Ruth Ann Graham needs to stay. Yeah, I hope we can find, because that's another thing. We talk about getting Michael Bennett, and we automatically go to the possibility that Vinny Curry is not going to be with us. But Vinny Curry, that may be one casualty, but it may be a ripple effect. How about if they are if the number that they throw at Brandon Graham is not acceptable to him, we have to think about the possibility of maybe losing, not this offseason because he's under contract this year, but we have to think down the line that there's a possibility that Brandon Graham may not be here. And that's something that you have to think about. And
well, Graham, the thing about Graham, we can think about that next year because
right.
I know Howie's going to work out something during the season to actually try to keep him. And I
don't know if I was Graham right now, I'll be trying to get. I'll go to management. Like let me get the money.
Well, management already knows he want to stay here, and he got to understand something right now. Management, he can't do anything right now. I have no money to do it. I mean, unless I'm cutting out my pocket. I know Jeffrey would just come out of his pocket to give it to you straight up, not tell nobody. But I mean, you risk a penalty right there, like Jerry Jones. we don't want that to happen.
All right, Josh, any free agents you guys think we may go after? Don't answer that yet, Josh. We're going to get to that. I got that as our fourth quarter subject. So too many guys. Burton Morris, move Mills to the slot if we lose P-Rob. That's a possibility. I think personally, I think Mills plays better on the outside. That slot cornerback position is a specialty position. It's not, you're not automatically guaranteed because you can play on the outside to go move into the slot and you'll do fine.
That's a hard position to play.
Position to play.
There's a lot of space. There's a lot of space.
A lot of space. So you look at our corners and you say, well, we got good corners, but everybody, it doesn't translate. Outside cornerback does not translate automatically to a slot position. So it's kind of tricky. So when you find a guy that can play it exceptionally well, like Patrick Robinson, he's almost a commodity. And I'm hearing that the New York Giants are interested in stealing him away. So he may be one of our valued free agent signings that we might place a little more value on this offseason. I thought it would, me personally, I wanted it to be Bradham, but I don't know. We'll have to see. They're talking about they're preparing for him to leave. So that don't sound. Go ahead.
All right. So let's say the Giants come to you. All right. They say, look, I'll make a deal. I need Patrick Robinson, Nick Foles.
Wait. Patrick Robinson's a free agent right
now. I mean, we're going to sign him. Just let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
Patrick Robinson, Nick Foles, and your number 2 pick next year for our pick this year for Saquon Barkley.
Say again.
Yo, he can't drink no more. He's talking about Saquon Barkley. Okay,
I said.
All right, so you say
Patrick Robinson, Nick Foles, our number 2 pick next season for their pick this year, and we get Saquon Barkley.
Pat drank the Kool-Aid too, because after the combine,
I did.
He texted me, came on the chat line. Pat was like, "Yo, we need to give up the refrigerator, the sink, everybody tipping your cars and all the." Oh, who's that? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Y'all hear any static or anything?
No, not at all.
Well, I do.
I think that's a Shellman jinx. That's a Shellman jinx.
I got Beats headphones. These Jones cost a couple dollars.
It's a Pat inside.
What he say?
That sounds like me.
You might have to unplug and go back on, man.
All right, hold on.
Listen, all right. I did say during the week after the combine, I did actually say, we need to do everything possible to get Saquon Barkley. I did say, trade Nick Foles, I did say trade rest of our picks. I did say, you know what, mortgage our future for Saquon Barkley.
All right, I'm back.
But
all right,
but you know what? After realizing what we had, and after talking to Dante, he actually talked me out of it. You know, we won a Super Bowl with, you know, not a featured back. We won a Super Bowl with Garrett Blunt, Jay Ajayi. Corey Clement had over 100 yards receiving as a running back out the backfield. Like, we won the game with not a featured back. The league got an opportunity. But you got to understand something. The league now, they're not going to a featured back. When was the last time a Super Bowl champion won the Super Bowl with a featured back?
With the league leading rusher. When's the last time? We are talking about the most successful franchise of the past decade has never had a leading rusher. Never. They won 5. He wasn't a leading rusher. He was a guy you gave him the ball inside the 20 and he scored touchdowns.
Yeah, he led the league in touchdowns. He was number 2 in rushing. Behind Sean McCoy.
Who?
Garrett Blunt was never number 2 in the league in rushing yards.
It's a
touchdowns.
It's a thing called Google. So I'm going to Google it, Garrett.
Yes, please Google that. But getting back to what I'm saying, we don't need a Saquon Barkley for the price that you're talking about paying. Number one, we won the Super Bowl, and guess who was not on the team? Saquon Barkley.
There you go.
And we had the number 3 rushing attack in the league. Guess who was not on our team? Saquon Barkley. Right. Neither was Todd Gurley. Gurley wasn't on our team. Neither was Le'Veon Bell. He wasn't on our team. So I think our stable of running backs are just fine. There was a question out there.
Oh, I got it for you. I want to say this before we go any farther, so I could tell Shell where it was. In 2016, when Garrett Blunt won the Super Bowl with those guys up north, he had 1,161 rushing yards. He was number 8. All right,
8.
I apologize.
So,
all right, I apologize.
I mean, it'd be great to have him, but I don't need I'm not a guy that fall that flash. I don't need a BMW if I'm winning with a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? If I'm winning the race with a Cadillac, I'm not going to get a BMW just because it's. You know, I'm winning already. I'm winning.
All right, man. All right.
I don't need that. I want to win. I don't want to look good. I want to win.
Y'all beat me up every time we start talking about the running backs, man.
Because I love you, Duff. But you know what, brother? Like, Corey Clement was given the opportunity, right? Yeah. He wasn't drafted.
No, I love him to death.
I loved his game. Like, I watched the Big Ten championship game because I seen him for the last 3 years before he got to the league. I knew he did well, and for him not to get drafted because of character issues, and him to come in here and to put on a show. He didn't just, you know what, I'm going to go out there. He put on a show. He had over 100 yards receiving.
Yes, he did. He did put on a show. Corey Clement. There was a question earlier.
He made a play.
But let me put it out there for you guys. There was a question that is Corey Clement an every down back? I'll let you answer.
Yes.
Can Corey Clement, there it is right there. Can Corey Clement become an every down back if we lose Blunt? He can be an every down back, but that's not our philosophy with our running backs. Our running backs are running back by committee. Unless they change philosophies in this offseason, I don't see it getting, we have a person who can carry a tremendous load in Jay Ajayi. And even he doesn't get the ball 20 times a game because that's not our philosophy. Our philosophy is running back by committee. Corey Clement, to me, yes, he could be an every down back. In this situation, though, he's our third down back. He can do. He's the most complete back I think we have. If you ask me, to be honest, he can catch, he can run. I mean, he can pass block, which is crucial. He can pass block, he can catch, and he can run. He's a triple threat. I love this guy. I'm glad we have him, but I don't think that they're going to make him an every down back. I don't think anybody gets the ball more than. If you get the ball 18 times, you just carried a lot of times on this team. So that's just my opinion. That's just what I've seen. Let me go to some comments out there. Corey hungry and he run angry. Now Fee said that. We are Penn State. Paris said that. Where that?
We are.
Oh, he's talking about Saquon. Okay, Saquon. Running backs. Burton Mars says running backs are a dime a dozen. I agree. The committee works well. I agree with that also, Burton. The two-headed monster. Teeny says that. Jerron, our backs are fine. Yeah, I agree with that. And Dion, what's up, man? What's up, fellas? What's up, Dion? We getting ready to go to the third quarter right quick. Where's my third quarter? Number one, first thing that we do in the third quarter. Oh, where's the third quarter? I didn't put it up there. Okay. Well,
Put it up there?
let me put it up there now. So, you know.
Since we about to go to third quarter, we'll get ready.
Yeah, get ready. I don't know where it is. How come this?
Like that,
It's time for the third quarter shot. So come on, let's get these in here. Take a shot. You're right. Ruth Ann reminded us we have to take a shot. Okay. Third quarter shot. Let's hurry up. Knock this down.
That looks like 3 shots, huh? That looks like 3 shots.
All right. One.
I ain't going nowhere tonight.
1, 2, 3. Bang, go it. All right. Okay. So
Shout out to Joe Guns on that one.
Shout out to Joe Guns. All right. Third quarter. Keep Foles or trade him. Everything's happening fast now. We have 7 days to go. I'm hearing that the Eagles have a pretty good offer out there. I don't know exactly what it is. And you know, my philosophy was we don't move Nick Foles because we don't know what's happening with Wentz, and I would like to keep the winning momentum going because I want to win again this year. I don't want to sacrifice any games. I don't want to sacrifice any games at all. I want, like Doug said at the parade, this is the new norm. So I want to continue doing whatever we need to do to win. And if Nick gives us the best opportunity to do that until Wentz is ready to take over and he's back 100%, then I say hold on to Foles. Now, saying that being said, I am also under the impression or the belief that if somebody just gives you a deal that blows you away, you got to do it. Now, it's all predicated on my trust going into Dougie P. And I do trust Dougie P. And I do trust Howie. So if these guys deem that they are getting enough compensation for Nick Foles, and I know that not only the compensation for Nick Foles goes into this decision, but their faith in Nate Sudfeld also goes into this decision. So if they feel comfortable enough to play with Nate Sudfeld until Wentz comes back, then I'm on board with them. But please get as much as you can get. Please get as much as you can get. That's all I'm saying. What do you guys think? Do we keep Foles or do we trade him?
Well, I know they have a lot of confidence in Nate Sudfeld. That's why they activated him off the practice squad and put him on the roster. Foles, man, he did something that we have never seen here. He got us a championship, a Super Bowl championship.
All right, stop right there. I'm sorry. You can finish. But, hey, see, this is some of the talk that's out there now. Just for hypothetically. Let me I'm going to let you finish. But this is this enough conversation, this comment that Kyle put up there? If the Cardinals want to give you a first, a third, and a sixth for Nick Foles, is that enough for you?
Bye-bye.
But he said bye-bye. Again, back to what I was about to say.
All right, go ahead.
Really interrupted.
All right, go ahead.
Nick Foles did something that we've never seen here before. You know, he put a lot of smiles. He turned this city around. With that being said, if we're able to capitalize off of that right now, I wouldn't hesitate. Listen, I love Nick Foles, what he did for us. He brought a Super Bowl championship to this city. He's an MVP of the Super Bowl. Now, if a team is only giving you a second round draft pick, heck no. I gotta be. Heck no. I feel like LeVar Ball now. Listen, you got to be 15 or lower in order for me to get rid of Nick Foles. And that it can't just be one draft pick. It has to be multiple draft picks.
All right, so that's a hypothetical right there. A number one, a number 3, and a number 6. Let me go to some comments. Michael Robinson, I'm looking for a second Super Bowl, so am I. Stacy, keep our MVP. Burton Morris, keep Foles, and I'm on board with that. Third quarter talk, I say keep Foles and have a capable back just in case. But if a team pretty much throws a deal at you, let me put it up on the screen. Dion, if a team pretty much throws a deal at you that you can't refuse, then hey, it's business first. Evan Nelson, no rush on trading Foles. I'd rather keep him. I'd rather keep him too. And you know what? Asking for an extraordinary amount for him plays to
1, 3, and 6 sounds good.
That does sound good, but it plays in our favor because if they don't meet that, the worst thing that happen is we keep Nick Foles. So it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a win-win for us. If somebody meets Howie's demand for Nick Foles, then we get a lot for Nick Foles. And if they don't, then hey, guess what? We get to keep our Super Bowl MVP, the person who brought us our first Super Bowl ever. So to me, it's a win-win.
Can I comment off of that?
Go ahead.
All right. Let's say we do that, right? So now we got a first, a third, and a sixth. All right. Moving forward, I'm not even going to talk about the draft picks right now. Moving forward, you got Nick, you got Staffield starting as a quarterback. You start quarterback, and Wentz is supposed to be coming back between game 8 and 9, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say our quarterback splits the games. It's what, 6 games. So if he splits 6 games, if we win 3, we lose 3, and we finish the season undefeated once Wentz comes back, that means we'll finish the season 13-3. At 13-3, we'll still be in first or second place going into the playoffs. So we would acquire a first round, a third round, and a 6th round. We'll have those players will still be in a position to get into the playoffs at a high seed. We didn't lose anything. What did we lose?
All right, look, I see Burton Morris is confirming what the person said earlier. I could forget his name. Kyle, it's out there. What Kyle said earlier. It's I heard a 1, a 3, and a 6 and that's a good fit for Nick. Nick gets to go back home. He played his college ball in Arizona. He gets to go back there, and we get a 1, a 3, and a 6. That's good. And to me, again, my trust is in Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman. For Doug to be on board with that, he has to have told Howie that he has the utmost confidence in Sudfeld. And I have the utmost confidence in Doug Peterson. My confidence, going into the playoffs, you guys, I said it before, I wasn't worried about Nick Foles. My confidence lied in Doug Peterson and me knowing that Doug would develop a game plan that would suit Nick Foles' best or his strengths. And that's exactly what he did. He changed the game plan or the offense around to accentuate what Nick Foles does best. And Doug can do the same for Sudfeld, but you have to see the talent in the quarterback. So he has to see that talent, which he said they are very high on Sudfeld. So if he gives them the okay, like, all right, we're going to be all right, then I trust Dougie P. But a first, a third, and a 6th, that'll do it for me. That'll do it. And also, because this also in the mix too, we don't know what the doctors are telling Wentz about his recovery. We don't know. I don't think he'll be there week 1, but hey, I'm not there. I'm not at his rehab every day.
It says 6 weeks into the season.
6 weeks into the season. That's a long time. Now that scares me. If it's 6 weeks into the season, geez, I don't want to see Sudfeld for 6 weeks. Oh my God. All right, now I'm nervous. You guys got me nervous. All right, let me go to some comments. Talib, I thought Eagles made it clear that Foles is not being traded. No, not really.
Listen, it's business. It's not personal. It's business.
Now, Feast, I think you got to take his thoughts into consideration, being he won the chip for us. You're right. meaning Doug Peterson.
Wow.
Mike Mayock said back at the combine that Nate Sudfeld was, in his opinion, a quarterback that will be around at the next level for a long time. That's encouraging to know. Foles deserves a raise, no doubt about that. Kevin Johnson, keep Foles. If we don't get a first or second pick to get Barkley, there's no need to deal Foles. Talib, breaking news.
We just saw that.
To the Rams.
I just saw that.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's Marcus Peters and Talib over there in LA. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's another one. Nate Berlin just also said a crazy idea this morning about us picking up Teddy Bridgewater.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that this morning.
In case we get rid of Nick Foles, which I don't mind. I don't either. If Teddy Bridgewater is if his leg is healed anywhere, you know, where he can return to the level that he played at before going down, then he would be a definite addition plus to our team. He doesn't run a lot. We don't need him to run. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart guy, an intelligent young man, and I think he would do well in the Eagles uniform. Doug Peterson had proved himself very high confidence in Nate Sudfeld, I guess that is. All right.
Oh, okay. Kyle said we should get Teddy Bridgewater.
He just said that.
Yeah, I just said that. All right, let's go to the fourth quarter so we can get out. So we can get out of here. Fourth quarter. Yeah. See, this is fun. This is the funny part because
when you get the fourth quarter, you gotta keep it straight. Yeah. Yo, hold up. I gotta hold up.
Yeah. This is the fun. This is the fun of doing Eagles talk.
My God.
Because you know, by the time you get to the fourth quarter, man, it's just interesting to see what everybody has to say. It's always fun to see what he has to say. By the time we get to the fourth quarter. All right, so fourth quarter. All right,
hey, Dante, I gotta say this though, Dante.
Yo,
I love that mic, man.
Yeah, this mic is all right. I love this mic too. This is my baby. I've been missing this. I'm glad to have it back. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter once. Yeah, you sound better because we can hear you. 1, 2, 3.
Shell gave me like a superhuman shot.
Anything that we can hear you on, Shell, sounds better than what the hell you had on last week. That was horrible. All right, so fourth quarter, I got, and this goes back to my man earlier. What free agents look attractive to you? Flag on Shell. Christopher Burton. Chris, I put the link in the comments earlier if you wanted to join in.
He said he had to go to work. He had to be to work 4 hours early, so he at work right now.
Oh, he at work right now. Okay, all right. Flag on Shell. Deion Brown. I wouldn't mind having Teddy as the backup at all. He may never see the field, but I love Teddy Bridgewater all day. I do too. I love Teddy Bridgewater.
Hey, Tina.
Tina,
I'm sorry,
Pat, I got shot glasses for y'all. Whoa, yeah, that's what we need.
Definitely, Tina. I text you.
All right, Stacy Chamberlain, laugh out loud. Too many shots in the day late. Yo, all right. So, what free agents look attractive to you? Not that we have a lot of money, but hey, you know, Howie pulls off some phenomenal deals.
I must say 2 high-priced ones.
Right.
Then I'm going to say 2 medium level ones. The first 2 high-priced ones, of course, Allen Robinson and Sheldon Richardson. Listen, if you have Sheldon Richardson in that rotation with Timmy Jernigan,
oh my God,
Fletcher Cox, like, oh man, that defensive line is scary. Allen Robinson.
Go ahead, finish.
Allen Robinson, before he got injured last year, was one of the upcoming receivers in the league from Penn State, and he was able to do things as a receiver that was going to, have him in the talks of the top 5 receivers this year if he stayed healthy. Then you look at the lower tier guys, especially if you don't bring back Patrick Robinson, you need a corner. Malcolm Butler, he's going to be a free agent. He could play that slot corner that we're looking for. Again, if we get rid of Nick Foles, you have a Teddy Bridgewater as a backup quarterback. Then the last one I already thought about, Denari Poe. He played tackle in Atlanta and played well. He's been good since he's been in the league. I really think since we're losing Bew Allen, we're going to need another defensive tackle to supplant that position in the rotation.
All right. Deion Brown says free agent Martavius Bryant, Allen Robinson, or Martellus Bennett.
You know what? I forgot about
Martavius Bryant.
He's going to be a monster.
monster.
Yo, Jimmy Graham is going to be a free agent.
Yeah, he's going to be a monster too. Oh, it's some
Jimmy Graham. Can you imagine if Howie does something crazy and Jimmy Graham comes here with Zach Ertz?
That's crazy. That does sound crazy. Rashawn Creed says maybe a solid linebacker. I can see that. I can't remember the name of the linebacker.
I told you my love affair is with the guy Smith, man, from Georgia, man. We're
talking about free agent stuff.
Free agents, all right.
Yeah. So I like Allen Robinson. What about Wilkerson?
Actually,
Wilkerson.
You know what? Wilkerson is at the end of his leash, but you know what? I gotta go back to this one guy that was said, Martavius Bryant. He ran a 4.3 at 6'5" from Clemson. Wow. He is a speed demon. The next person I could think of was like that was Calvin Johnson. Like he's productive.
He's a freak of nature too.
Not only did he help Antonio Brown to be the best receiver, because he took the defense's top off. You know, he made plays. Now guy that's coming out in the draft this year, DJ Chalk from LSU, he ran a 4.3. He's a legit speed guy. So we do
38 inch vert. He had a
41 inch vert.
All right, Kyle has a question out there. Kyle says, okay, here's a good question. If we drop Torrey, do we pick up Moncrief or Robinson, or even bring Honey Badger over?
No Moncrief. If we can get Robinson, yes. Honey Badger, no.
No, we don't need Honey. We don't need the Honey Badger. We got our safeties. We're solid. The safety is.
I mean, we are losing Watkins, so we might need a third safety to come in. But Honey Badger is more or less like he's
more of a free safety. He's
a joker type because he could play safety, he could play corner, he could come up play linebacker.
I want him over the top. He's not big enough to be in the box, Pat.
Remember Bob Sanders?
How long did Bob Sanders last in the league?
But Bob Sanders was in the game.
Yeah, he was in the game.
Different.
Yeah, he played.
The same thing with Honey Badger. He makes a difference. But we don't need Honey Badger right now. I'm just saying.
All right, here we go. Sue. Can't forget about Sue. Christopher. Oh no, Chris, you trying to be funny. Chris, you getting self.
Yo, Chris at work right now. He said, I gotta do something to start some trouble.
Yeah, I gotta do something to start some trouble. Michael Robinson, awesome show, cuz. Thanks a lot. Excellent, much love. We get ready to get out of here anyway. Burton Morris, don't sleep on wide receiver John Brown from the Cards. Hey, that ain't bad.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. He's a speedy guy. He's about 6'2", 6'3", and he gets open.
And he may be in our price range. You know what I mean? So
that is true. But you know what? What worked this year is having a burner. We need a burner. Like Matt Collins, he has some decent speed, but we need a legit burner to open up everything over the middle. That's what Torrey Smith did. If he didn't do anything else, if he didn't catch the ball, he opened up the middle.
He definitely didn't catch the ball.
He caught the ball all the time. He made some big plays. He's on that DVD.
Yeah, who has the DVD? I got to go out and get that. At this point, with the already outstanding roster, any upgrade or extra is great, though. That's Rashawn. Paris, don't forget about that O-line. Yeah,
I think our O-line is good. Our O-line is good.
O-line's good. I think we need a tackle in the draft.
Well, I think Big V is going to be our.
Yeah, I mean he's good, but you definitely want to get another tackle in the draft.
Peters is coming back. He looked. I'm looking at his IG. He's
looks better.
He's on that juice.
All right, Kyle. I'm throwing a flag on Kyle because he used the term, and you guys know the term, and we don't use that term anymore.
What?
Flag on Kyle. Kyle, I'm throwing the flag. What about old Sammy Watkins with old Carson Wentz? And I won't even use the phrase.
I'm not. No. We got to delete that out the comments.
We throwing a flag on you, Kyle. Kyle, you can't
hide
use that. All right.
How do you hide that out the comments, man?
Dilly, Jerron. Hey,
Yes,
look, guys.
dilly.
All right, we've been on here an hour long enough.
Way
Let's
too
get
long.
out of here.
Yeah.
We got to go. We thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to share this program on your Facebook page. To tell your friends about us, share it in your groups. Come to our page, like our page, follow our page, and we will be here throughout the summer because, as you can see, the business of the Eagles goes on and on and on. And Howie Roseman does not rest, so neither do we. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight.
Wait, Dante.
Go ahead.
Talib said Terrell Pryor is going to be out there. He's going to stay out there.
And he's going to stay out there. Yeah.
Dilly, put him in.
All right, Dilly. We out of here. Everybody enjoy your night, man. Keep your ear to the wall. Come to our Facebook group also. We also have a group, Eagles Talk. Christopher Burton does an excellent job keeping us informed and up to date on all the Eagles information. Danny Ritchie, another admin of ours, does a great job. Myself, Patrick, Shell is asleep half the week, as you can see when he comes to the show. But that's all right. We love him anyway.
That's why I got the glasses on.
That's why I got the glasses on. We keep Shell around because by the time he gets to the fourth shot, I just love to hear what he's going to do for the team. He's like, man, trade everybody. Bring in Saquon Barkley and Saquon Barkley's uncle. That's all we need. We just need Saquon and Saquon Duncan. All right, guys. We'll catch y'all next week, man. Your man Dante for Patrick Shell. We see you guys next week. We out. Peace.
Easy.
EAGLES Eagles!